on caution in reading the writings on monastic life. One must approach the reading of books on monastic life with great caution. It was noticed that novices are incapable of applying the knowledge found within, but yet are still captivated by it. If the book happens to advise upon the life of silence in the fruits of life within a vast desert, then it is certain that it will awaken within a novice a great desire to retire into solitude, into a desert. If the book advises unconditional obedience under the guidance of a spiritual elder, then it is certain that it will awaken a great desire for total obedience under the guidance of an elder within a novice. God has not given either of those feats for this time. But these books describing these feats can have such an effect upon a novice that he might decide to leave his monastery, wherein he has all the comforts and possibilities to learn the Gospels and attain salvation, for an impossible dream of a perfect life certainly colored in the most beautiful colors by his imagination. Holy John Climacus says this in his word on silence. At every communal meal, there always happens to be a dog looking to steal a piece of the food, that is, the soul, and then runs away, holding it in his teeth, and feasts upon it in some dark corner. In the word on obedience, this elder has this to say: the devil instills anyone living in obedience a desire for impossible virtues. Same goes for those living in silence. Open the mind of any unskillful novice in obedience, and you'll find notions born out of vanity. You'll find notions of the strictest fasting and silence, unending prayer, absolute selflessness, untouchable understanding and acceptance of death, everlasting tenderness, complete lack of anger. You'll find notions of the strictest fasting and silence, unending prayer, absolute selflessness, untouchable understanding and acceptance of death, everlasting tenderness, complete lack of anger, deep silence and perfect cleanliness. They, seduced by vanity, have pointlessly skipped, having left their brotherhood for hermetic life, lacking the very virtues they feel they possess, but given by God in strict accordance to the commandments. The enemy has taught them to aspire for these virtues prematurely, so that they don't attain them at all. The tempter, the devil, tempts the ascetics with exceeding amiability of the novices, their service, brotherhood love, communal living, care of the sick, so as to make them impatient. The fallen angel tries to deceive novices with offering not only sin in many of its forms, but also unearned boons. Do not trust your thoughts, brothers, your designs, passions, and plans, however good they might seem to you. However picturesque you have them in your mind, do not trust them. If the monastery you happen to live in offers you the opportunity to live life according to the Gospels, if you are not besieged by temptations, then do not leave it. Be generous in patience with its limitations, either spiritual or material. Do not dare to search for a place of feats having not been graced by God in our time. God wishes and works toward the salvation of everyone. He saves everyone who aspires to save themselves from a world drowning in sin, but not always in a comfortable ship. He had graced Paul and his disciples with salvation. He had given them salvation, but they weren't saved by a ship, but through their own suffering, some through swimming, others through holding on to pieces of wreckage.